So here's the 21 Hyundai Kona electric. I'm gonna be doing a series of videos of ownership for it. Get you a look underneath, stuff like that. For now, this is a demo model, but it's pretty much new. It has 1,500 kilometers on it. So that's about 4 charges. Right now it's plugged in to a 120 volt charger. Now, so it's charging at 1.4 kilowatts. So it's 10% down. It's going to take 7 hours and 40 minutes. So it's much better to get a level 2 charger. So it charges much more slowly towards the top. Yeah. Oh, and it also charges slower towards the top of the battery. This is the preferred model, so the middle one. I think the preferred's a good option because it's only they only made 100 of them. Oh, they only in Canada or where? At all, because they made them to they had to ship them here. Right. Literally just to qualify for the $5,000 off. Right. So this is only about $1,000 more than the Essential. It's a very small amount of money for all the upgrades you get. In Canada, you need to get this one because it has the battery heater in it. You'll be absolutely screwed without that in a cold climate. My brother was just saying that Kona or Hyundai had to ship 100 of the Essentials to Canada so that they'd make it under the price of the rebate, so that the preferred and the premium would be in there too, with the $5,000 government rebate. So that's the only reason they made the Essential, I guess, and no one bought it, which makes sense because why would you? You want this, you want the big screen, you want the extra stuff for that small amount of money. So I got some different buttons in here. This one is the one I'm going to focus on. It's charging. So now it one press of this, it will lock the charger till it's done. Another one, it will lock it forever. So if you're in a secure or a non-secure area, it will keep it locked in there so someone can't steal your charger. But then if you're at a charge station, you have it pressed so that they can remove it once this is fully charged so someone else can charge their vehicle. Heated seats. The premium version has heated and cooled. This just says heated. Drive mode for like sport mode and whatnot. Heated steering wheel. Not sure what auto holds for. Parking sensor. Backup sensor. Climate control. It's all a pretty nice nice interior, but nothing over the top. Definitely not a luxury vehicle, but good for 2020. So yeah, those are the first impressions of it. It's a pretty cool vehicle. I will do some driving in it and get some video of that. Exactly where you want. So here's the Kona, and we're just gonna lift it up. Has nice jacking points right there. Hopefully they never rust out. And there you can see the battery, but we'll get a look from underneath. Just gonna lift it up on the car lift. So a question I have is, what's the weight of this car? 2,160 kilograms, so around 4,600 pounds or so.
Placing it probably will be down to 5, hopefully.
So here's the bottom of the car. Supposedly we're in Canada, so corrosion is and rust is a big scare when buying cars. This has a seam right here, so the bottom plate seems to be, and we've been told it's replaceable. So if it were to corrode from salt and and snow and water, then we should be able to replace it, but hopefully we don't ever have to. So that's what it looks like underneath. Here's the knuckle. It looks like a bolt-on wheel bearing, aluminum knuckle, aluminum control arm. Nice big brake that here we'll have to use a lot because we don't want it seizing up. Suspension bolted on there. So yeah, all pretty standard as far as the car goes compared to a gas one. The battery seems to be really, I don't know if it is this tall all the way through, but it goes all the way up there, so that's pretty big. And then I think they left I think they left a socket on here from factory, from the manufacturing, but this was just attached up there. It has a little magnet. It's a 3/4 inch drive. I don't know what they'll use it for, but I better take it off before it falls on the road sometime. So we got winter tires on it right now. I don't know how they are for rolling resistance. All I know is that the stock summer all season tires are very low rolling resistance to make up for some efficiency. Yeah, increase the range. Have a spring here, strut here, not a coil over. I think there is a spare tire in here, but we'll have to open the trunk to see that. Yeah, all pretty standard. Electronic parking brake looks like. Big battery. Okay, so here's the bottom of the motor with the cover off. That cover just protects it from the elements of the road. I don't really know what's going on here for the most part, so I'm not going to say much. The steering rack back there, axles, diff. Just to get an idea what it's like. That's just held on by some 10mm bolts and a bunch of clips. Okay, so here's what's in the trunk kit. There's no spare tire, probably for weight. Here's the 120-volt charger with just your normal North American plug. We got a tire inflator, which is pretty good, with a cigarette lighter. We got a big tow hook, a small one. I don't know why we got two. For the trunk, a mesh mat, not mat, whatever you call it. And tire sealant. There's also a screwdriver under there to get off the toe to put that in. Yeah, it's the trunk. Okay, so here's the charger. It's got a screen on it. This connector you can actually lock. So if you're doing this in a non-secure location, you can lock it on the inside so you cannot remove it without the key inside the car. So that just plugs in. Shows it's connected to the car. Charging. This takes like 30 something hours to fully charge, or 39 hours from zero. You'd never really use this unless you were just hanging out, you know, staying somewhere for a while. Here's a video of the engine from the top, or the electric motor, not engine. Normal battery. Windshield washer fluid looks like. Brake fluid. Fuse box. Headlights. Okay, no, this is washer fluid. That's probably coolant, because it has a min and max, kind of looks like a coolant container. All these covers in here just pop off. Some connections for wiring. Diagnosis port. That's really low. This is really low in the car. It like gasoline engines, they'll come, you know, 8 inches taller. But this is really low. The center of gravity in this must be stupid, especially with the battery too. There's your brake booster and ABS there. So here's the radio or infotainment system. The preferred version does not have nav, so I think that's about, I think the difference between the preferred and premium is doesn't have nav, and the premium has a bigger screen without these buttons on the side. Don't quote me on that though. The cool thing is you have this app that it won't let me set it up right now, probably because it's a demo model, so it has to the ownership has to change in the BlueLink database. But BlueLink's pretty cool. Can't show you much on it right now, but you have an app on your phone that connects to the car, and you can like heat it up, stuff like that, get diagnostic info, get push notifications that if it gets unlocked, if it's done charging, everything like that. That matters quite a bit to the charging system, because you don't, oh look, it's done charging, okay, time to go, if you're not in a rush to get somewhere and you're waiting for it to be done charging. So you don't even need to come in and check, it'll just send you a notification to your phone. So yeah, once I get that set up, I'll do more of an app review on it, not review but overview, to show what the app is like on the actual phone and not on in the car, because it's a phone app, not exactly a feature of the car itself inside the car. But yeah, so you got your Bluetooth phone, you got the EV menu for looking at your battery and everything and range and all that. But yeah, pretty simple because it doesn't have nav. Obviously music, has a USB port and auxiliary, and in the premium version, this or somewhere there is a charging mat for all the wireless charging phones out now, which is a big deal to some people, but isn't worth, in my opinion, the extra $5,000 or $4,000 that it costs. I'm okay with charging it by USB. I actually like the audio quality better through USB than Bluetooth anyway. So I'm gonna just leave a cable in here and close that. So yeah, I'm gonna take it out for a drive now and show you guys that. So with the charger in there charging, I try to remove it, it won't. You have to press unlock on the fob and it'll come out. So the auto hold button is the same button as in Tesla for creep. It's where in a gasoline engine with the torque converter, when you let your foot off the brake and don't even touch the gas, where you start creeping ahead like this. You start moving ahead at like idle pace. You turn that off, or you turn it on, you turn auto hold on. When you let go of the brake, the car just stays stationary. You have to hit the gas. So at stoplights, it's nice to have auto hold turned on, because then you just don't need feet on gas or brake. But properly, you want it off and feeling like a gasoline car. So the regen braking is quickly adjusted. Here we're at level 0. This paddle here is to go down levels in regen, which means no less regen power. And this over here does more regen power, up to 3. So as soon as you let off the gas, it starts to slow down right away, and that's regenerating power to the battery instead of using your actual brake calipers and pads. It kind of feels like you're driving a car in level 3, it feels like you're driving a car with stuck brake calipers. So it feels like you're powering through your brakes as soon as you let off the gas, which I mean is great because it gives you better range, but it's a weird feeling at first, but it actually makes you happy because you're getting more range. So here's it with level 3 regen. So I'm going up to 30 kilometers an hour. There's a stop sign up ahead. Let off the gas accelerator, and it almost comes to a complete stop. And just at the stop sign, I have to hit the actual brake. So here I'm at a EV charger by Sun Country Highway. There's 3 of these and about to be 4 of these within 2 kilometers, all within 2 kilometers of my where I live. So it's plugged in there. Also, these are free where I live right now. They're not going to be free forever, but they're free right now. So level 2, charging at 7.6 kilowatts. It's going to be an hour and 30 minutes to gain 10%. I just went here to try it, so I'm gonna unplug quick and leave. But I'll eventually run this battery right out, and then I'll park it here overnight and then come back the next day. Right now I do not have a charge station at home. They're about $1,000 for a level 2 plus install, but I already have a 220 volt plug for a welder, so I'll just plug into that. And yeah, so those are my first impressions. I'm gonna do one more video of regenerative regen braking with the camera outside the car. So here's a cool feature of my non-nav system. So I don't know, since this was a demo mode car, I'm not sure if we're connected to cell towers up here in the right, but we very well may be. I didn't sign up for any data plan or anything, but it is a demo car, so it may be still on Hyundai's data plan. So this is actually a big deal to me, and I actually wanted the premium with the nav because of this. You click EV, and then it has nearby stations, even though I don't have nav. So it's telling me how far away they are. I know where they are because I live here, but yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool, even though I'm not paying an extra $4,000 for the one with nav. And then in this EV screen, when the car's on, it has all the EV settings and stuff, so you can adjust them for other modes. This is also a screen in the EV section where it says how much of each thing is using how much power. So electronics like the lights and the dash and all that are using 0.29 kilowatts per hour. Battery care, I'm guessing that's the battery heater. It's using nothing right now. I think it's 8 degrees Celsius out right now. Climate control with the fans and the heat and the AC is using 0. And then drivetrain, when it's on, the car's stopped right now, obviously uses the most at 82%. So I'm not super happy with the Blue Link app. I was talking pretty high of it when I discovered its features, and I didn't have it fully set up yet. But it's pretty slow. It takes a long time to sign in, even using Face ID and all that. It just loading. Here I'll go to unlock the car. Got a Face ID it. Fine, whatever. Loading. It's too slow. It takes too long to connect to the car and send the signal back and forth for what you're doing. yeah, I would never pull this out of my pocket to unlock the car unless I like left the keys in the car or something. So I guess it's good for emergencies, but other than that, you'd never just, when you have the fob in your other pocket, you'd never use your phone because you have to wait and wait and wait. But yeah, you know, some of the things are okay. The charging notifications are good. I like this one. Yeah, okay, finally it's successful. Great. Okay, well now I'm gonna lock it. Face ID again. Oh, processing, whatever. I like the vehicle health status. You can get these monthly health reports. All system normals, normal. All systems are normal. Great. Obviously, I hope so. Oh, looks like I locked the door. That's good. But took a good 60 seconds, almost. So it provides you with odometer, and then full diagnosis. Everything's good. This is good driving information. Number of engine starts, that's good to know. Actually, that's not so special here. In a gasoline car, that would be good to know because starters only last so long. I've heard of some being mandatory replaced at 300,000 kilometers. Engine on time, so a lot of information in there that's good for if you were to resell the car or buying a car. Odometer, obviously. Total power consumption, wow. Total regenerated power. So yeah, you get one of those every 26th day of the month. But other than that, the app is pretty useless. Find My Car is kind of cool for parking lots. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to wrap this video up with that, and thank you for watching.